Good evening and welcome you all to the live cricket actions. This is Jfsc Dats Premier League Season 5 and today's match is between the Svkms Super Strikers taking on the OIS Tigers. You're at the Fatima ground and the first ball starts with the wide. The OIS Tigers runs on the board straight away. The OIS Tigers, Viraj and Bharat will be the opening partners and opening the bowler for the Svkms Super Strikers is Mithil, and he bowls the second wide too, trying to keep it away from the batter. Just missing his line and length completely. And we can see Viraj is standing slightly ahead just to cut that swing. The first legal delivery of the match. It was played straight towards the short mid wicket. Mithil with his second ball. Oh, beautiful! Absolutely beautiful! He brought that in. The play on the back foot, didn't judge the line and length correctly, and he clips his bails off. That was an excellent delivery and a peach of a delivery by Mittal. Yeah, beautiful. Yes, the ball just sliding in through the defense of Viraj and takes the bails off, and Mittal is delighted with his bowl and he's celebrating. And he would be really proud of the delivery he bowled that one. That was an absolutely peach. Yes, just look at that. He was trending front, but the ball just was a back of length delivery there. Trying to go on the back foot, just clearing his through defense, and the bails are off. So the first wicket falls for the OIS Tigers, and Mitchell strikes in his very first over. This is some start for the SVKMS Super Strikers, and they have struck early. Mitchell did took his time to get adjust to his line and length, and once he adjusted himself with those line and length, we could see what magic he can do with the ball. He just brought that in beautifully. And the first runs of the bat from the UIS Tigers, and Abhishek is off the mark with that single. So that brings Bharat back on strike now. He'll face his first ball. This will give a lot of confidence to SVKMS Super Strikers, taking early wickets in the power play, just putting the opponent onto the back foot. Bharat will face his first ball, or that's played straight towards the mid off. And we, and the SBKMS Super Strikers, earlier the toss was happened and they took a right decision to they elected to ball first and they got the wicket early on, and this is the first boundary for the OIS Tigers. The ball just clipping in on the leg side. Just got a tuck in of a bat and the ball just races towards the boundary line. The fine leg was fielder was standing very fine there. So we had to get the bat onto that one. Just touch the ball and the ball just races towards the boundary line. So the first boundary for the OIS Tigers. Oh, there's a loud appeal. They're appealing. They're pleading almost now. It was straight. The umpire says not out. And with that, we conclude the first over. A first successful over for the SVKMS Super Strikers. And the OIS Tigers score is 5 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. That's a great start for the Super Strikers as Mithil strikes early. Again, the ball sliding down the leg, just had to get the bat onto that. Boundary. The ball was clipping down the leg. Just getting the bat onto that one. And the ball just doing its job. Just racing towards the fine leg boundary. Jigar is being brought into the attack by the SVKMS Super Strikers. On the first ball, just missing onto his line and length completely, bowling down the leg. And Abhishek had to just get the bat onto that one. Again, sliding down the leg. There's a fielder this time inside the circle. And the umpire says it's a wide. And now he has decided to come round the wicket for the left-hander. Here we can see the few field placements also. Leg side fielders being placed onto the offside. So this short fine leg, there's point, there's backward point, there's covers, and then there's mid off. You can see just one fielder, the short third man, and the square leg fielder on the leg side. Or that was chipped in the air, but not to that carry away to the fielder. It just bound before the fielder, standing onto that covers. So seven runs of this over so far. And for the right-handers, you can see players again shifting onto the offside now. This short third point, this deep backward point, and there's covers. A dot ball. And that will end the over. No, there might be another delivery as one was being bowled wide. So yes, one more delivery left in this over. 7 runs so far. Excellent delivery. Just clipped it onto the leg side and will end the over with a dot ball. So after the completion of the second over, OIS Tigers score is 14 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. Starting of the third over, and it will be Mitchell back into the attack for his second over. After that excellent first over, he's back with the second over. Again sliding down the leg. That will be a wide. Bharat on strike. He faced 5 balls and scored 5 runs. On the other hand, Abhishek also faced 5 and has scored 5 runs. Mithil with his first ball. Oh, edge! The edge! He has done well. The fielder on the short third man, he might have saved the boundary because there was a thick edge and it went really fast there. So that brings Abhishek back on strike, just a single, and Mithil is all over the OIS Tigers right now. He's been bowling superbly. He's getting that swing right early as it's a new ball. Might get till the power play too. So they might also think to finish off his third over. And now the slip cordon has been placed. There's a first slip. Oh, that's been pulled away just over the fielder, standing onto the square leg, and that will be a boundary. The length was been pulled back by Mithil, and it was been dispatched by Abhishek for a boundary. He just pulled his length slightly back, and the run straight off from the bat of Abhishek. So 6 runs from the first 2 balls. Mitchell to bowl his third ball. Yeah, this is the length which he needs to bowl. A slightly filler, not to give any width onto that one. Just opens the face of the bat towards the point region and gets the single. That brings Bharat back on strike. And now it will be interesting. Will Mithil go round the wicket for Bharat for the left-hander, or is going to bowl with over the wicket only? As the Bharat are standing slight ahead from the crease to cut that swing. Oh, he steps out. There would be interesting to see. That was been hit hard by Bharat, straight on. It hit his legs, or it hasn't, because that was really quick by Bharat. It was slightly quick. The umpire says not out, but it was very audacious of Mittal to put the leg in between, because that was really being hit hard by Bharat. He did step out for that one. He's been spot on with his bowling, Mittal. Again, a fuller delivery into that stump line. Bharat did try to step out, didn't get the timing he wanted. A good save by the fielder standing on the mid off. Another dot ball. The 7 runs of the over with one ball left. Oh! Oh my word! Oh my word! That's so unfortunate, but that's clever bowling by Mithil. That's a very clever thinking. All the balls he bowled before was into that stump line, and now he bowled slightly outside off, and Bharat did get the edge onto that one, just trying to dab it, and the ball just rolling onto that leg stump. Oh my word, that's a second wicket for Mithil. Yes, you can see the edge just dabbing it, the ball just dabbing down, and it's straight rolling onto the stumps. So the second wicket for the UIS Tigers, and you can see the delightment on the face of Mithil. So he gets second wicket in his second over, and UIS Tigers lose their second wicket. With that, we also complete the third over. The UIS Tigers score is 21 runs at a loss of second wicket. We will have a look at the wickets which Mithil has taken so far. This was in the first over, off to the back foot, just clipping the bails off. That this was a beautiful delivery, just swinging in the first wicket of the OIS Tigers, and then this one, very clever thinking, bowling slightly outside off, but a time to dab it out, gets the edge, and the ball just rolling onto the leg stump. So two consecutive wickets for Mithil, and the Svkms Super Strikers are all over the UIS Tigers. Early on, they lose their second wicket in the third over, and we start off with the fourth over. Jigar is back into the attack now. Was that edge or the? It was been middle. But there was a quick run, and Varun comes on strike. Now he'll face the first ball. So the pressure which has been built by Mithil in the last 2 overs, Jigar back into the attack for his second. Varun will face his first ball. Jigar with his second. Slight, Slightly outside off, and that's been played straight towards the long on. And Varun is straight away off the mark with that single. So 2 runs of the first two. Play and a miss. 2 runs of the first two and then two consecutive dot balls. Just 2 runs in the over so far. It's wide given. And Jigar has to bowl that one again. So 3 runs of the first four. They're building up the pressure onto the batters now. Just 3 runs in the over so far with the ball left or just clips down the leg. There's a fielder standing on the short fine leg would be another single. That ends the fourth over. So the OIS Tigers score is 25 runs at a loss of 2 wickets. Mithil back into the attack for his third over. Still the ball is quite new. Oh, that's a really good delivery. Just outside off. Abhishek did try to cut that one, but misses completely. So dot ball to start. Mithil with his second delivery. Yes, that's given. That's given. That's out. Straight up. The umpire didn't even hesitate to lift his finger up. Again, Mithil strikes. He strikes. He gets his third. It was outside off. Just a slight hint of a swing inside. Gets brushes the pad behind pad, and that was clear cut out. Mithil strikes. Gets his third wicket. And Abhishek departs. What spell it has been by Abhishek so far. He's bowling his third over, 14 runs given. He has taken his third wicket. It's been a bowling spell. Still 4 more deliveries left in this over. Would be quite interesting to see what Mithil does in the remaining 4 balls. Naveen, the new batter, walks in for the OIS Tigers. The OIS Tigers score is 25 runs at a loss of 3 wickets, and we are into the 5th over. Mithil to Naveen. Naveen to face the first ball. or just outside off, just plays it towards the point, and Navin is off the mark straight away with that single. Slightly over pitch delivery there from Mithil, and Navin did just put the bat and played it towards the point region for a single. 26 runs on the board for the UIS Tigers. 3 wickets already down. Both the new batter in the middle for the UIS Tigers. They need to take time to settle in, get adjusted to the conditions. Again a dot ball. Mithil is all over the UIS Tigers right now. He's used all sort of variations in his spell. Fuller delivery, swinging in, then the outside off ball, the dab in onto the stumps. This is the bowling spell which fast bowler dreams of. Another single. Oh no, isn't. That's another dot ball. It was played fine, looked like would be a single, but the point fielder did came in quick there to throw that one. Till 26 runs, just one run so far in the over and a wicket. Or this time just sliding down the leg, and they might get the single easily. And with that, Mitchell's complete his third over. He has given 16 runs and grabbed 3 wickets, and the UIS Tigers score is 27 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. And we'll have just one more over in that power play. Still there's a chance for both the batters. This might be over for them to just break the shackles and get some runs on the board. Jigger back into the attack for his third over. Jigger to Varun. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. It just nipped in, and on to the very last moment, Varun opened the face of the bat, or might be edge also, and then the ball just slides down towards the boundary. And the reaction from Jigger could have been a chance there. But anyway, the runs on board for the UIS Tigers. So the 4 runs of the first ball. And now just plays it onto the leg side. Another boundary. This time the ball was did sliding down. And a fast bat swing there. The fielder wasn't present in the deep square leg. There was a fielder standing right beside the square leg umpire. He beats that fielder and gets the boundary. So 8 runs of the first two. So the runs are flowing for the UIS Tigers. This might give them confidence. Get some rhythm for the upcoming overs. Try to settle and get some comfort out there in the middle. Oh, that's a good delivery. Just pulling his length back. Got that uneven bounce onto that one. but still they'll get manage to get the single. That brings Naveen back on strike. He's just faced one delivery of his first ball, and now he'll face Jigger. That was straight away the Yorker delivery from Jigger. Might have been got some bat onto that one, but that will be a dot ball. So good first ball by Jigger to Navin. Still two more deliveries left in this over. Jigger is not allowing Navin to settle in. Straight away the Yorker came in. And now the fielders standing in the 30-yard circle are just building up the pressure with the dot balls. Navin had to get through this last ball. This will be the last ball of the power play. Still, they have managed to get some runs on the board in this over. Or the slower delivery. Clever thinking there from Jigger. And with that, we complete the power play as we complete 6 overs. The UIS Tigers run score is 36 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. Pratik has been introduced into the attack by the SVKM Super Strikers. Pratik to Varun with his first ball. And he starts off with a wide. Straight up. Losing his line and length completely there. Yes, he has got the edge onto that one. The wickets fall in. Varun has to depart and Pratik strikes very early. The first ball was way too outside off and it was going down. It was going for a wide and then he just bowls a back of length delivery. Varun did try to get his bat to play the shot. Gets a thick edge and it just goes back to the keeper. Easy catch for the keeper at the back. And Pratik strikes. The OI Tigers lose their fourth wicket and they are in all sorts of trouble right now. Just 37 runs on the board and they have already lost their 4 wickets. Sarjak, the new batter, walks in for the OIS Tigers. He'll face the first ball from Pratik. That's a good start to the spell of Pratik. Strikes on the very first ball of his spell. Again, just trying to bowl it away from the batter. And he's again bowled a wide ball. So 2 runs in the over so far and a wicket. After the back foot. Oh, a big swing and a miss there. So three balls been bowled, 2 runs, both of the extras. It's a good start to the Pratik spell. Or this time he just lifts that over the bowler's head. But there's a fielder standing on the long off. He'll save that one. That will be just a single. And Sarjak is off the mark with that single. Naveen back on strike now. Oh, that's a quick single. Good running between the wickets. 40 runs on the board for the OIS Tigers in 6.5 overs. It's been a scratchy start for the OIS Tigers, losing early wickets. A shorter delivery, trying to pull, but missed onto it completely. And that also completes the 7th over. The OIS Tigers score is 40 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Puneet, the new bowler introduced into the attack by the SVKM Super Strikers. The spinner comes into the attack, the left arm orthodox. Puneet with his first ball. Yes, that's the first ball and that's out. A flighted delivery, an overpitch delivery. Naveen did try to drive that one. Gets the bottom of the bat and the ball just straight goes into the hands of the point fielder. Yes, just trying to play that over. Might be point or the short third man, almost the short third man fielder there. And they've lost their 5th wicket. Yeah, the big swing might has been the edge also. Because from the side angle looks like the edge. So the edge. And that just goes back straight in the hands of the short third man. And Puneet strikes onto the very first ball. And the OIS Tigers are all are in all sorts of trouble. 5th wicket has been fallen for them. The score is just 40 runs on the board. That's some bowling performance from the SVKM Super Strikers. They have been absolutely striking, as the name says. So it's quite interesting. Punit walks in the middle for the OIS Tigers, and it's Punit who will bowl to Punit. So Punit will face the first ball from Punit. Oh, straight away. That's been hammered straight down the ground for a maximum. No half measures there from Punit. And he straight away came with an intention to score some runs. And he's hit that straight over that longer fielder. And what a start that is. No one expected. He's come out as a surprise for them also. So 6 runs and he's off the mark with that flying six. That's audacious. That's audacious. You have lost 5 wickets. Someone will try to play it calmly, slowly. No, this is new era of T20 cricket. Straight up. He goes for a maximum. And now Punit did bowl it outside off. And Punit missed onto it completely. But a good grab there by the wicketkeeper. Punit with his fourth ball. Oh, that's ball. That's a really good ball. Punit tried to left that one, but it did surprise him too. So two back-to-back dot balls. A good comeback there by the bowler after getting hit for a six on the very second ball. Oh, he steps out and he just dabs it onto the point fielder. Yes, that will be a boundary. That's some timing from Punit. It was slightly outside off. Just cuts it. And it cuts it hard. The ball was traveling really fast there. So 10 runs in the over so far and a wicket. And the 50 runs on the board for the OIS Tigers. Punit with his last ball. There's a loud appeal. It was sliding down the leg. That will be just a single of the last ball. And with that, we complete the 8th over. The OIS Tigers score is 51 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. Pratik back into the attack for his second over. Oh, that's a good ball. Gets the edge. So back to back dot balls to start off. Sarchak back on strike with that single. 52 runs on the board at a loss of 5 wickets. Pratik, just 1 run of the Pratik's over so far. Pratik to bowl the fifth ball. Gets beaten by the pace. That's a dot ball again. Just a single run conceded in the over so far. Sarjak is playing on 1 of 6 balls. The dot ball does build the pressure onto the batters. Yes, a big swing there. And that completes the 9th over. The UIS Tigers score is 52 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. The new bowler introduced into the attack by the Svkms super strikers, Amit, and he's been welcomed straight away with the maximum and over pitch delivery, and that's been dispatched for a 6 in that cow corner area, and the fielder could just watch it sail over him. Looks like Puneet has set the intentions that he's going to take on the every bowler. He scored 18 runs off just 9 balls. Oh, that's again high in the air. This time it's the edge. The fielder coming under it. Yes, it's taken. That's an excellent catch. What a catch that is. The fielder was coming in. It got the edge. It was high in the air. But that was being taken. Another wicket fall for the US Tigers. The bat swing was so hard. Got the edge. The fielder takes it beautifully in that deep point. Yeah, we could see from this angle. The fielder had to just come forward. Yeah, he did run in and gets the catch, and he gets that cleanly. And with that, the umpires have also called for the drinks break. Right after the drinks break, a new batter was introduced. Sahil came into the middle, just opens the face of the bat, just taps it down, and the ball just races towards the boundary line into the third direction. So he's off the mark with a flying start, trying to play it onto the leg side, gets the edge again, and it goes straight towards that long off fielder. The sixth wicket has fallen for the OIS Tigers, and Amit strikes in his very first over. 12 runs in the over so far with a wicket. Amit to bowl the last ball. That's played straight back to the bowler. And that also concludes the 10th over. The OAS Tigers score is 64 runs at a loss of 6 wickets. Jaideep, the new bowler introduced into the attack. It's just deep with the second ball. How lucky was that? How lucky? He got the edge. That did roll on stumps, but the bills didn't clip off. And back to back dot balls. 64 runs on the board for the OIS Tigers. Just deep with his third ball, played straight towards the cover, and that will be a single. So just one run in the over so far, with 3 balls left. Sahil On strike, he scored 5 runs of three balls. Oh, that's a play and a miss. The ball just stays low, and it's a dot ball again. Another single of the fifth ball. Sarchuk back on strike. He's played 11 balls, has scored just 3 runs. Just deep with the last ball. He's lofted that one onto the leg side. There's a fielder in the deep. Would be just a single. So just 3 runs coming off this deep overs, and with that we also complete the 11th over, and the OIS Tigers score is 67 runs at a loss of 6 wickets. That was in the air for some time, but the fielder was standing at the long off, just getting that. Oh, that's been pulled away nicely onto the leg side, and that will be a boundary. A slightly shorter delivery, and it's been pulled away straight away, and Sahil gets the boundary. He scored 10 runs of 7. Amit with his fourth ball. Oh, that's lofted straight. And that will be a back-to-back boundaries for Sahil. This time slightly over pitch delivery. And Sahil just plays that over the umpire's head for a boundary. So 2 boundaries in 2 balls. Still 2 deliveries left. And now just tucks it onto the leg side. They are coming for the second. But they have to satisfy with just a single. So good over this has been for the OIS Tigers. 10 runs of the over so far. With the ball left, Amit to bowl the last ball. Oh, he's lofted that one. Has that gone all the way? Couple of bounces and into the boundary fence for a boundary. So yes, 3 boundaries in this over. 14 runs came off this over. After the completion of 12 overs, the OIS Tigers score is 81 runs at a loss of 6 wickets. Jasdeep back into the attack for his second over. Or trying to sweep that one. Missed onto it completely, so that will be a dot ball. Oh, that's straight up. That's bowled straight. It was a loud appeal and they were quite excited for that appeal. The umpire says not out. That will be a dot ball again, but it's skid through. So back to back dot balls to start off the over for the Jasdeep. Oh, it cuts it away nicely. Oh, that's really well fielded at the point. It does well. That was a quick one from Sahil. He did play that hard and it was timed well, but the fielder does well at the point and just a single. That brings Sarchak back on strike now. Just a single on the offside. So 2 runs coming off this over so far with 2 balls left. This has been a good over for the SVKM Super Strikers. Good bowling from Jasdeep. Oh, that's full toss. And that's been dispatched for a maximum. That was a freebie there. Yeah, it went in straight full toss. And he smacks that one on the leg side for a maximum. It was turning out to be a good over. But that 6 does spoil the over and then last ball onto the legs that's been flicked away towards that long on region. That will be the single of the last ball. So after the completion of 13 overs, the OIS Tigers score is 90 runs at a loss of 6 wickets. Pratik back into the attack for his third over. We are heading into the 14th over. Now Sahil and Sarjak are trying to build the partnership. Both have scored the double figure runs for themselves and 90 runs on the board for the OIS Tigers. Sahil is playing on 23 of just 16 and Sarjak is playing on 10 of 15 balls. So both are trying to find the rhythm, both are trying to get settled in. Pratik with the first ball just opens the face of the bat towards that point region. Would be a single. A single run to start off the over. That brings Sarjak back on strike now. He needs to get into the rhythm very early cause or hits it straight, hits it in the gap. There's a fielder in the extra covers, will be just another single. So Sarjak did show some intent there. Both the batters need to stay in the crease to put up some a defendable total for the SVKM to chase. It was played onto the offside. Another single coming. So three singles of the first three balls. Still three balls left in this over. Pratik with the fourth delivery. Or this time it was been hit half-heartedly. Wanted to hit it onto the offside. Gets the edge, hits it onto the leg side, but they do get the second run too. So good running between the wickets. They're quite quick between the wickets there. 95 runs on the board. Still 2 overs, 2 balls left in this over. Pratik with the fifth ball. A slightly shorter one, but that's been smacked straight. There's a fielder standing on the long off. Would be another single. So this has been a good over for the OIS Tigers. They haven't conceded any dot balls in this over. Got run on with every ball. Still our last ball left. That will be a dot ball too in the over. So after the completion of 14 overs, OIS Tigers score is 96 runs at a loss of 6 wickets. We're starting off the 15th over. Rohan comes into the attack now for the SVKM Super Strikers. So some spin now. Spin into the attack. 96 runs on the board for the OIS Tigers at the loss of 6 wickets. It's been a good bowling performance so far by the SVKM Super Strikers. And Rohan with his first ball. Oh, he gets the turn straight away. That will be a single. Oh, gets the edge. The edge. And the edge does run down towards the boundary. He did play that late. Gets that thick edge and the thick edge off the bat, and the ball just runs down towards the boundary line in the third man region. So 100 run comes up for the OIS Tigers in the 15th over. Rohan to bowl the third ball. Again the edge. Beats that short third man fielder, and that will be the back-to-back boundaries now. This time it was slightly fuller. It did get the edge. This time the inside edge, it beats that short third man fielder. So the runs are flowing for the OS Tigers. Back-to-back boundaries, 9 runs in the over so far, with 2 boundaries and a single. Oh, again the edge. But this time couple of bounces and then into the hands of the short third man. They do get a single. Lays it onto the leg side. It didn't time that well. So 11 runs of the first 5 balls, with 1 ball left in the over. Sahil back on strike. He's playing on 34 now. That's high in the air. Has it got the distance? No, it hasn't. It's gone straight into the hands of the fielder standing at the long off, and that's another wicket falls for the OS Tigers. A slightly flighted delivery there from Rohan. And the batter trying to go for the big one. He played that straight, didn't got the distance, it did got the elevation it wanted. In the end, it went into the hands of the fielder. So another wicket falls for the OIS Tigers, and that also concludes the 15th over. The OIS Tigers score is 107 runs at the loss of 7 wickets. Mayur into the attack now for the SVKM Super Strikers, and he's been welcomed with a boundary. Oh, that was been slapped hard through the covers. Sarjak playing on 20 of 21. The new batter walks in for the OIS Tigers is Nishant. He will be on the non-striker's end, and with that single, he will be on strike now to face Mayur. Mayur to bowl third ball off to the back foot, straight towards the point fielder. Will get a single, and Nishant is off the mark with that single. So 6 runs so far in the over. Lays it onto the leg side. Another single. 7 runs in the over so far. With Nishant back on strike now. Again, just tucks it onto the leg side. That will be another single. He's rotating the strike quite well. Not conceding any dot balls now. He cannot afford dot balls at the moment with the wickets fallen. Oh, there's a misfield. There's a fielder, there's a cover. Will be a single of the last ball. And that completes the 16th over, and the OIS Tigers score is 116 runs at a loss of 7 wickets. Puneet back into the attack for his second over. Sarthak Sarjak looks like settled in now. 23 runs of 24. And we just need to accelerate from here to have a good score on the run. That catch is a call, a couple of bounces, and that will be a couple of runs. So 2 runs of the first ball. It wasn't timed that well to go all the way. It just falls short there on the leg side. And that's a white signal. That will be another wide. He's trying to give a flight onto that delivery, but he's ending up in bowling quite outside off, and it's going all the way towards the that wide line. So back to back 2 wides now. So 4 runs of the first ball with 2 runs coming on the first and then 2 wides. That will be a wide ball again. Punit has bowled the fourth wide. He isn't able to find that line and length. He's just trying to bowl that away from the batter and just trying to get the ball away from the batter, and in between that process he's bowling it quite wide there. So it's turning out to be really a good over for the UIS Tigers. Was 2 runs and then 4 wides. A full toss. A cup, one bounce into the hands of the fielder at the long off. So it's already been a big over in terms of ball and in terms of runs also. That's played straight towards the long off. Oh, a fumble. The fumble leads them to a boundary. That was almost a full toss, a quite low full toss there. It was in hands. It did slip off his hands and then just rolls down towards the boundary line. It was an over pitch delivery. It was hit, was been hit straight just over that long off fielder. He might have got as some fingertips on that, but it just goes over him. Oh, this is turning out to be a really expensive over for the SVKM Super Strikers. Again a full toss, but he didn't time that well. And that also completes that big over. After the completion of 17 overs, OIS Tigers score is 134 runs at a loss of 7 wickets. Mitchell back into the attack. A bit expensive over that last one, and he's been brought back into the attack. He's been bowled a superb spell so far. 3 overs, just 16 runs and 3 wickets. He's bowling his fourth. That's tip in the air. Doesn't travel much. One bounce into the fielder's hands. That will be a single run, and Sarjak is on strike now. Will be interesting battle between Sarjak and Mithil. Sarjak is quite settled now. He's played that straight. So that will be a dot ball. So just a single of the first three. Still three more deliveries left. It's gonna be quite an interesting of a battle between these two. Oh, the variation comes in. The variation comes in. It was a smart move there by Mithil. A slightly slower delivery just outside of keeping it away from the batter. And he just left that one alone. So back to back dot balls now. Just a single of the first four. Mithil with his fifth delivery. This time advances. Hits it straight towards the long off. There's a fielder. Will be just a single. How good has been Mithil today. Just 2 runs in the over so far. And Nishant is back on strike. Will Mithil be able to get his four? Not a fifer, but a four. No, it doesn't. Gets a single on the leg side. And he concludes his spell. So, 4 overs, 19 runs given, 3 crucial wickets at the start by Mithil, and he completes his brilliant spell. And the pressure is back on the batters now. He was being brought back to put the pressure back onto the batters. Just 3 runs off that over. Pratik back into the attack. And straight away, dot ball. Beats the edge. That's a good ball again. A fuller delivery, just a single of that one. Sarjak is back on strike now. He's playing on 37 of 32. Pratik to bowl his third ball. A shorter delivery that's been shot back. And that goes all the way towards the boundary line for a boundary. That's some shot from Sarjak. A fuller delivery, and that's hit back over the bowler's head for a boundary. That was hit hard, and it beats that long off fielder too. And now we can see the long off fielder has come slightly in. He's not that wise as his word earlier. So 4 runs, 5 runs of the first 3 deliveries. Pratik. Oh, he got some fingertips onto that one, and that will slow down the ball. But that will be couple of runs there for the OS Tigers. They have managed to put some score on the board to defend them. Still, we are into the 18th over. Still one more over left. 144 runs on the board for them. Oh, it's a play and a miss. It's a slower delivery there from Pratik. So that will be a single delivery left in this over. Again, a slower delivery was kept quite away from the batter, and that also completes the 19th over, and the OS Tigers score as 144 runs at a loss of 7 wickets. Last over, first ball. That's it straight. Couple of bounces into the hands of the fielder. Jasdeep is back into the attack now. He's bowling his third over. Given 12 runs of the first two. Single of the first ball. Sarjak will be back on strike. The single brings him back on strike. Now how many runs he can score off that last over? Gets beat in there. He's keeping it away from the batter. He's not bowling that quick. He's keeping it low. Oh, he's cleaned him up. Beautiful delivery. That's an absolutely dream for any spinner. It did turn. It was kept quite straight by Jasdeep. Sarjak stepped out and the ball pitched in. And then the turn just through the defense of Sarjak and it's the stumps. And Jasdeep strikes in his third over. A much needed wicket there for them. But Sarjak has done the work for the team. He scored absolutely brilliant 44-45 runs. Nimit, the new batter, walks in for the OS Tigers. Just 3 deliveries left now to conclude this innings. So 145 runs on the board at the loss of 8 wickets. Just slaps it onto the offside. Just a single. Nishant back on strike. He's playing on 7 of 8. Of 9, sorry. Will be they able to cross that 150 run mark? Jasdeep with the 5th ball. Oh, that's a play and a miss. A bit back swing came in from Nishant, but he missed onto it completely. "146 runs on the board. Jasdeep to bowl the last ball of this innings. And that's a play and a miss. That's been a beautiful over by Jasdeep. Just under the pressure, he's bowled superbly. Just 2 runs given and important wickets of Sarjak might has been dangerous for them. But 146 runs on the board for the OIS Tigers. This means 147 runs to win for the SVKM Super Strikers when they come out to bat. And we will be back after that innings break. Hello and welcome back to Jfsc Dash Premier League Season 5, and we are about to start the chase. It was a brilliant bowling effort from the Svkms Super Strikers, and now it's their turn. to chase it down. On the other side, the OIS Tigers will look for a really good start to get couple of wickets at the start. And here's the first ball. And it's gone down for a wide. So the runs at the start for the SVKM Super Strikers. That will be another wide. Rahul and Varun, the opening pair for the SVKM Super Strikers, and Nishant, the opening bowler for the OS Tigers. That's a third consecutive wide. He's trying to find his line and length, and he's just he, trying to settle in, but he's not able to find his line and length. And in that process, he has bowled three consecutive wides. Still a legal delivery to bowl. And here comes the first delivery. So the first ball, first legal delivery of this innings, straight delivery onto the pads, was well defended there by Rahul. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a really good ball. He thought of the ball might be slightly behind, but it just pitched slightly ahead and he was surprised too. So that's a really good delivery. So after three consecutive wides, two dot balls from Nishant, that's again a wide. So it's the fourth wide and 4 runs on the board for the SVKM Super Strikers. They're yet to score the runs off the bat. Oh, that's a swing and a miss. It's an absolutely peach. Got beat by the swing there. Nishant to bowl the fourth ball. Oh, cut away nicely, beats the fielder inside the circle, and that will be the boundary and the first run of the bats. A slightly shorter one waited for that ball and then just opens the face of the bat. It also beats the inside fielder, and that was a really good timed shot there from Rahul. So the first runs off the bat from Rahul. So 8 runs on the board. Still two more deliveries left in this over. It's been a good start for the SVKM Super Strikers. This time steps out and hits it straight. It was being really hit hard and that will go all the way for a single. There was a fielder present there. So just a single, and that brings Varun on strike. He'll face the first ball of this innings. So a right and a left hand combination for the SVKM Super Strikers as their opening pair walks in. been a good over so far. Just 9 runs of the over with the ball left. Trying to dab it down onto the leg side. So a dot ball to end the over. After the completion of the first over, SVKM Super Strikers score is 9 runs at a loss of 0 wickets. Or shot onto the leg side. That will be the boundary, and Nimit is been welcomed with a boundary. That's some shot that was sliding down the leg. He just had to pick it up. Yeah, just steps out and just picks it over that infield and couple of bounces into the boundary fence. That was a really good shot there from Rahul. So the second boundary for Rahul. 9 runs on the board for Rahul with 6 balls faced. So 4 runs of the very first ball. Oh, going for that big drive. There's a loud appeal for the edge, but the umpire says no. But there was a really good ball pitched in, and then just a hint of a swing gets beaten there, Rahul. So 4 runs of the first 2 balls now. Oh, steps out, hits it over the covers. That's some shot from Rahul, and that's a wonderful looking shot. A slightly over pitch delivery there. Yes, looks like he just steps out couple of feet and then hits it over the inside circle for a boundary. That was a really good shot from Rahul. 13 runs on the board. Rahul and the SVKM Super Strikers off to a really good start now. They are making a really good advantage of the power play. It just dabs it down towards the point region. Will be a single. Varun back on strike. He's yet to open the account, and that will go down the leg for a wide. So 10 runs already of Nimitova. Still 2 more deliveries left. Or steps out and he hits the top of off, and he's been cleaned up. Trying to step out, and he goes through the defense of Varun and hits the top of off. A brilliant delivery there from Nimit. After conceding 10 runs in the over and a wicket, so there's still a ball remaining in this over, but that was a really good ball. He did step out, a hint of a swing, goes through his defense and hits the top of off stump. So SVKM Super Striker lose their first wicket. Aziz, the new batter, walks in for the SVKM Super Strikers. Still a ball left in this over, and Aziz will face that last delivery from Nimit. Nimit to Aziz. Last ball and the first ball. Oh, there's a loud appeal there. Off the edge. They thought that was a big edge. But the umpire says no. And with that, we complete the over. After the completion of second over, SVKM Super Striker score is 19 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. That's a dot ball again. So three consecutive dot balls. After that, Bai is four on the very first ball. The score is 23 runs at a loss of one wicket. And Rahul is just trying to settle in. Nishant with the fifth ball. Oh, that's a loud appeal there. The pleading for that. Umpire hasn't given any decision there. It's a not out, so it might be sliding down the leg. So after that, buys four on the very first ball and then four dot balls. That builds the pressure back onto the batter. As we are playing into the power play, they need to get maximum runs out of the first 6 overs. Oh, hits it straight. Oh, that's been dropped at the long on. It was into the hands. A couple of steps ahead and he hits it towards that long on. And then that drop catch. So a single came off that. And after the completion of 3 overs, Svkms Super Strikers score is 24 runs at a loss of one wicket. Oh, cut away nicely. That's almost an uppercut there from Rahul. A shorter delivery and he did cut it. A beautiful shot. 34 runs on the board and that's a back-to-back boundaries for Rahul. 34 runs on the board for the Svkms Super Strikers. The ball was being kept slightly outside off, away from the batter. The batter had to reach for that one. Gets the edge and just dabs it down. That will be a dot ball. So 10 runs of the first 3 balls. It's a good start to the over by Rahul. Now steps out, gets the edge, high in the air. Just falls short of the fielder. The ball just racing. Has it got all the way towards the boundary line? Yes, it has. Gets the top edge. The ball's into the air. Couple of bounces and then just slides down towards the boundary line. So 3 boundaries already in this over. And this is turning out to be a really good over for the Svkms Super Strikers. 14 runs so far with the ball left. And now just dabs it down towards the offside. Will get a single and he will keep the strike. So after the completion of 4 overs, SVKM Super Strikers score is 39 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. Or that's been cut away. Straight towards the point fielder will be a single. And now Aziz is back on strike. He was being a spectator so far. And now he's on strike. Aziz is yet to open the account. He's played just a single ball. Nishant back into the attack for his third over. Aziz steps out and hits it towards the long off. That will be just a single. We are into the fifth over and 41 runs already on the board for the SVKM Super Strikers. Rahul back on strike. He's playing on 31 of just 22. He's off to a flying start. Nishant with the fourth ball. Oh, that's been hit towards the mid wicket. There's no one. There's a fielder inside. And he hits it quite cleanly to get the boundary. And now Aziz, he has holded himself for quite couple of period, and now he also breaks the shackles and gets the boundary. His first boundary. The score is 46 runs. Still two deliveries left in this over. Already 46 runs on the board for the SVKM Super Strikers. This is going to be an expensive over now. Oh, steps out, gets the edge. Might have got a bounce just before the keeper. With the intent, Aziz did step out to go for the big one, but that wasn't timed. There was a chance. The chance was being just made by Nishant. Aziz, a big step out. He was way outside the crease. There was chance for the keeper for the stumping. He does some fumble there behind the stumps, and Aziz survives. So that concludes the fifth over, and the SVKM Super Striker scores 46 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. Sahil into the attack now for the OIS Tigers. Sahil to Rahul. Rahul is playing on 31 of just 23 balls. Sahil with the first ball. Oh, there's a big spin there. They do get a single. So that will be a wide and a single. So 2 runs straight away of that Sahil's first ball. It's a wide also. So 2 runs in the over so far now. Aziz on strike now. He got a lifeline on that last ball of the previous over. He's playing on 5. Svkms striker score is 48 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. Just 99 more runs needed for them just to win the match. Oh, played it smartly, played it late, waited for the ball to come, and then just opens the face of the bat on the very last moment. There was a fielder kept for that particular shot only. The short third man fielder is present there. Oh, the spin straight away. A big spin and beats Aziz. That's another boundary that was high in the air. That went in high. Could have been another chance there, but it was been just dropped at the boundary rope and the ball just slides down. So 11 runs came off this over after the completion of 6 overs. SVKM Super Striker score is 57 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. we have just concluded the power play, and SVKM Super Striker score is 57 runs at the loss of 1 wicket. After that loss of the first wicket, a good comeback there by Rahul has been absolutely brilliant with the bat. 37 runs of just 25 balls, and on the other hand, Aziz has just holded that one end. He hasn't got many balls. He has got 9 balls and scored 6 runs. Abhishek into the attack for the OIS Tigers. Rahul just dabs it down towards the point. Will be a single off the first delivery of Abhishek, and Aziz gets the strike back. He's on strike now. Oh, that's been hit hard. There's a fielder at the point. Will be a dot ball. So it was Aziz who was on strike and who gets that single. So Rahul is on strike now. That's sliding down the leg. Might be off the pads. Yes, the leg by signal by the umpire also. "59 runs on the board at the start of the 7th over. Oh, that's been picked up beautifully onto the leg side. There's a fielder in the deep. Would be just a single. So 60 runs on the board for the SVKM Super Strikers. Hits it towards the cover, beats the fielder. The fielder from the long off came running to save that one, so good effort there. A single of the so 2 runs of that last delivery, and that also concludes the 7th over. SVKM Super Striker scored at 63 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. Sahil back into the attack for his second over. Rahul will be on strike. He's playing at 38 of just 28. He's anchoring the innings. Or just opens the face of the bat at the very last moment and gets the single on the first ball. So they are rotating the strike quite easily now. The singles and doubles are coming quite easily there for the SVKM Super Strikers. That was a really good ball. Just a flighted delivery from Sahil. Beats Aziz there. Sahil with the third ball. This time Aziz just plays it. And that's gone all the way towards the boundary line. So a boundary on the third ball. That was a fuller delivery. He just picked it up and played it on the leg side. There was a fielder there, but it went in like quick there. So the fielder did got hand on that and then just slides down towards that boundary line. He wasn't able just to hold that ball. Oh, brilliantly played. Again, a flighted delivery there. And then he just went in for that switch hit. Just trying to scoop it over the wicket keeper. But I didn't think so. He timed it really well. Just went near that short third man. And that will be just a single that brings Rahul back on strike now. He's playing on 16. He's playing on 39 of 29. Svkms super striker score is 69. And that's the delivery. He's just cleaned up Rahul. A well set Rahul is just been cleaned up there by Sahil. That was a good delivery. A slightly fuller delivery. Almost of a Yorker length. If you miss it, I hit it. Says Sahil. And a well set batter is just been departed there. So Sahil strikes in his second over. SBKM super striker score is 69 runs at a loss of 2 wickets. Behind in the ninth over, 74 runs on the board. The wicket was just been fallen, and Chirag is in the middle for the SVKM Super Strikers now. Abhishek back into the attack for his second over. 73 runs are needed of 11.4 overs now. Just punches it towards the covers. That will be a dot ball. There's a race between the fielder and the ball. Might be the ball have won the race. Yes, it has won the race. So another boundary coming in for the SVKM Super Strikers. 78 runs on the board for the SVKM Super Strikers at a loss of second, 2 wickets. 69 more needed in 11.2 overs. Abhishek to bowl the fifth ball of this over, or just dabs it. There will be a single. Yes, it's a single. So 79 runs on the board. With a ball to go, Aziz. He's playing on 18 of 17. Oh, he hits that straight towards the long on. Will be a single to end the over. So after the completion of 9 over, SVKM Super Striker score is 80 runs at a loss of 2 wickets. A flighted delivery, and that's been dispatched straight down the ground for a maximum. It's gone all the way for a maximum. That's some shot. And Sahil has been welcomed as he's back into the attack for his third over. A slightly flighted delivery there from Sahil, and it's been dispatched for a maximum by Aziz. Straight up, no half measures. And now just dabs it down towards the leg side. Might be just a single. They were looking for the second, but there was a fielder there, so a single. Just 60 more needed for the Svkms super striker to win the match. And he's cut that away nicely. The ball just traveling slow. They might get the second one too. Yes, they have completed the second run. Good running between the wickets. Nine runs off the over so far. Sahil with the fourth ball. That's played straight back. It beats the cover fielder. The long off fielder has to come running in to collect that one and just throw in. That will be just a single. Yes, it is a single. 90 runs on the board in 9.4 overs for the SVKM Super Strikers. Still two more deliveries left in this over. Might be a bat. We have to. Yes, that's given LB, so there was no bat. So leg by run. 91 runs on the board. Sahil to bowl the last ball. And we complete the 10 overs. SVKM Super Striker score is 91 runs at a loss of 2 wickets, and umpires have called for drinks break. And we are back after that short drinks break. We're halfway in the game as Svkms Super Striker just need 56 runs to win in 10 overs, and at the moment Aziz and Chirag are in the middle. Aziz with the 26 runs in just 21 deliveries, and Chirag of just 10 runs of just 7. And Varun is being brought into the attack now. Varun with his first ball. And that's the edge. Right after the drinks break, Varun has been striked and Aziz departs. The ball was kept slightly outside off. He tried to cut that one, gets the thick edge, and straight back to the keeper. Yes, a thick edge. And a well set batter has to depart. So right after that drinks break, the wicket's been fallen on the very first ball. Just the new batter walks in for the SVKM Super Strikers. Varun strikes on the very first ball of his spell. But that's a full toss been hit straight towards the fielder at the cover. So that will be a dot ball. Oh, that's a full toss and that's been played onto the leg side. Has it go all the way towards the boundary? Yes, it has. So the first runs on the board for Varun, for Jasdeep, straight away. The boundary on the leg side, it was a full toss on his body. He just pulled that towards the leg side and he's off the mark with a flyer boundary on the leg side. 95 runs on the board for the SVKM Super Strikers. Just dabs it down around the leg side. Will be a single. that's it towards the covers will be a single. So 6 runs in the over so far with a wicket. Varun to bowl the last ball of his over. And he's kept that quite outside off and it's all a wide. Has to bowl that one again. Just nudges it onto the leg side. Will be a single to end the over. So after the completion of 11 overs, SVKM Super Strikers score is 99 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. Bharat introducing to the attack for the UIS Tigers. 99 runs on the board for the SVKM Super Strikers. Bharat to bowl the first ball. Oh, hits it onto the leg side. There's a fielder in the deep. Will be just a single. And with that single, SVKM Super Striker brings up the 100-run mark on the board at the loss of 3 wickets in just 11 overs. Just 47 more needed for them to win the match. Flicks it onto the leg side. They're coming for the second and they'll easily come. That's been hit onto the leg side. Will be another single. Just 44 more needed. And the required run rate is just 5.18 now. Oh, that's a play and a miss. Couple of bounces into the boundary fence. A shorter delivery and he just picks that up. Just falls over the boundary rope and that is a boundary. Just 39 more needed for the SVKM Super Strikers to win this match in 8.1 overs. Just going for that switch hit behind the stumps. Missed onto it completely. That will be a dot ball to win the over. After the completion of 12 overs, SVKM Super Striker score is 108 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. That's a wide and it's run down towards the boundary. So the extra runs are flowing now. Missed onto the line and length, completely bolted down the leg. Beats the keeper also. The boundary on the very first ball. Just 34 more needed now. So 33 runs are needed, just a single of that one. 114 runs on the board at a loss of 3 wickets. Just leave on strike. Oh, big swing. And missed onto it completely. Went to the 12th over. Oh, it's hit high in the air. It's high. And that's a blinder. That's been superbly taken. At the long off, it went way high in the air. It's always high. It's always hard to take those high catches. Got the bottom edge of the bat. It's always difficult to take those catches under the lights, but he has hold on to it brilliantly. The fourth wicket falls for the SVKM Super Striker. Kehur, the new batter, walks in for the SVKM Super Strikers. Still 33 runs needed. Might be sliding down the leg, will get a single. Yes, the umpire signal leg by. 32 runs needed in 7.2 overs. He's played straight back to the bowler. So after the completion of 13 overs, SVKM Super Strikers score is 117 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. into the 14th over. Oh, there's a turn. Straight away turn to Sahil as he comes into his fourth and the final over. Oh, that's in the air. The edge. Oh, just falls short there. Will be a couple of runs there. Yeah, 2 runs coming off that one. 119 runs on the board. Oh, that's a beautiful bowl. Just tucks it in. So just 2 runs of the first 3 balls. It's been quite a superb spell by Sahil. On the leg side, and it's gone all the way towards the boundary line, just sliding down the leg. And he's picked that one and thumped it over the fine leg for a boundary. So just 24 runs needed now. In 6.2 overs, the required run rate is just 3.79 now. That was a flighted delivery. That was a really good delivery, and that's been well respected there by Chirag as he defends that one time. And that will be a last delivery. Oh, beautifully turned on a very last moment. Just tucks it onto the offside. Just 6 runs off that over. So after the completion of 14 overs, SVKM Super Striker score is 123 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Nishant back into the attack. Oh, that's a good delivery. So after 2 dot balls, just a single now. 23 runs needed in 5.3. They need to finish it off early. It might go deep because we can see the pressure just building on the batters as the overs are moving forward. Just a single so far in this over. With two deliveries left in this over, this might just go into the deep. He's played that towards the long off. Long on, sorry. Will be just a single. So far just 2 runs off the over. And that will be a single of the last ball. So just 3 runs off that over. After the completion of 15 overs, SVKM Super Striker score is 126 runs at the loss of 4 wickets. So we head into the last phase of the game, which is the last 5 overs where the SVKM Super Striker just need 21 runs with the required run rate of 4.20. Kehur is playing on 2 of 5 deliveries, and on the other end Chirag who's playing on 23 of just 22. You just need to rotate the strike. Just a single of the first ball. So 20 runs needed now in 4.5 overs. That will be another single on the leg side. So 19 runs needed in 4.4 overs. Who just gets the inside edge. Is it running towards the boundary line? There's a fielder running behind the ball. The ball just stops there near the boundary rope, and they might get a couple of runs there. So yeah, 2 runs off that one. 130 runs on the board still. 17 runs needed now in 4.3 overs. Oh, he hits that well. That's connected so well. The connection of the ball and what was very sweet. That's gone all the way over and out of the park for a maximum. What a shot was that from Kehur. It was a full pitch delivery and he just lofts it over the long off way over and outside the park. And now on the leg side. And that's a boundary. And now Kehur has just charged on of maximum on the fourth ball, and now a four. Just a flick. Just a fine flick on the leg side. Goes all the way towards the boundary. And now just 7 runs are needed. He's brought down the equation to just 7 runs now. The SVKM super striker just needs 7 runs of 4.1 overs. Is it onto the leg side? Might be just a single. That was a game changing over. He just brought down the equation to just 7 runs, and now with a single to just 6 runs of the 4 overs. That was some batting from Kehur. He just switched on and accelerated so well. At the right time, he got runs on the board for his team. And they're just 6 runs away from a victory. So we enter into the 17th over. Oh! Oh my god! Oh, that's a maximum. That's gone way long. Out for a maximum, and that's a winning run from the bat of Kehur. And the SVKM super striker winning by 6 wickets. We'll have a look at that winning shot again. Again, a slightly over pitch delivery. Just lofts it over on the leg side. Goes way long high. Out of the park for a maximum. And the SVKM super strikers winning the match by 6 wickets. That was some batting from Kehur at the end. Just finished the game off in just 2 overs. And we conclude the game as we sign off. Till then, goodbye and good night.